Today, we are going to discuss about Yoga Mudra and how it can help in finding meaning in life. Look at your hands just for a moment. Really look at them. These hands have held a loved one's face. They have signed contracts, cooked meals, wiped away tears. But what if I told you the same hands can help you find something deeper? Something that science now calls the very foundation of a flourishing life. There have been a revolution in psychology. Scientists have shown us that meaning in life is not some mystical luxury. It is a psychological necessity. Meaning gives us resilience against trauma. It protects us from depression and suicide. It strengthens our bodies and extends our life. People with high meaning sleep better, love deeper, and live longer. Here is what research says. Meaning is made up of coherence, the sense that life makes sense, purpose, the belief that we have direction, and significance, the feeling that our lives matter. These three pillars we are going to discuss today. I'm going to show you that these three pillars can be touched, shaped, and strengthened by a simple ancient practice of Yoga Mudra. What is Yoga Mudra? Mudra means a seal, a gesture. For thousands of years, yogis have used hand position to direct energy, calm the mind, and awaken higher consciousness. And you don't have to believe in energy to believe in mudra, because modern science gives us a perfectly rational explanation of why Yoga Mudra works. Let me walk you through it. Mudra and coherence, which is making sense of life. The first pillar of meaning is coherence. Life feels chaotic. Events seems random. We ask, why is this happening to me? Mudra creates a coherence, literally in your nervous system. When you place your fingers in a specific position, Jnana Mudra, thumb and the index finger touching, you create a predictable sensory pattern. Your brain loves pattern. Repetition creates familiarity. Familiarity creates a sense of order. And here is a crucial link. Recent study emphasizes that stress reduction is a major antecedent of meaning. Mudra has been shown in peer-reviewed studies to lower cortisol, reduce heart rate, and activate the parasympathetic nervous system. When stress falls, coherence rises. You are no longer a scattered collection of worries. You become a unified field of presence. And that unified feeling is the very essence of making sense in life. The second pillar is purpose. Purpose is not a destination. It is a direction. It is the experience of me moving toward something that matters. Mudra is intentional action. So every time you sit to practice, every time you deliberately form maybe a prana mudra or a dhyana mudra, you are declaring, I choose this. I am moving towards my well-being. I am becoming the author of my life. This reminds us that autonomous goal pursuit, freely chosen, personally meaningful action. This is one of the strongest predictors of meaning. Mudra is exactly that. You are being not told to do Jnana Mudra. You are not doing it for maybe a higher grade or maybe to get a higher paycheck. You are doing it because you have decided that inner peace matters. That decision, repeated daily, is the forge of purpose. Now, let us examine the third pillar, which is the significance. The feeling that your life has value, that you count. And here, the mudra offers something extraordinary. When you practice mudra, you are not just moving the fingers. You are performing a ritual of self-care. You are telling yourself without words, I am worth this moment. My attention matters. My presence is valuable. The social connection is the major source of meaning. And what about connection to yourself? The deepest loneliness is not being alone. It is being a stranger to your own body. Mudra rebuilds the relationship. Your hand becomes a companion. Your breath becomes a friend. And from that inner belonging grows the unshakable sense that you matter. So, you are remembering the concept of auxiliary assumption, the hidden bridges between a theory and an observation. And you might say, but how do we know that mudra truly increases meaning? Maybe the measurement used to find meaning is flawed. Maybe the people think they feel more meaning because they want the practice to work. Yes, this is a good question. In fact, an excellent question. But here is the answer. Every single intervention faces the same challenge. Maybe every antidepressant, every therapy, every mindfulness course, all of them depend on auxiliary assumption. That does not stop us from using them. That does not stop them from working. The question is not, do we have absolute proof? The question is, does the practice produces real, measurable, meaningful change in people's life? And the evidence, even with all its auxiliary complexities, points to yes. People who practice mudra report lower anxiety, greater emotional regulation, and enhanced focus. And yes, a deep sense that their lives have meaning. Are those reports perfect? Maybe no, but they are real. They are the data of human experience, and they accumulate study after study, practice after practice, across cultures, countries, and centuries. These have been time tested. So let me leave you with this. You don't need to be a researcher to practice mudra. You don't need to go to a yoga studio or have an expensive equipment or maybe 2-3 hours a day. You just need 10 minutes, a quiet corner, and your own hands. Use this today, right now. Sit comfortably, bring your thumb and index finger together lightly, just like holding a paper. Let the other 3 fingers gently extend. Rest your hand on the knees or on the table. Close your eyes or keep the eyes semi-closed. Breathe. This is Jnana Mudra, the mudra of knowledge. And as you sit there, ask yourself one question, not with words, but with feeling. Does my life in this moment feel a little more coherent? Do I sense a gentle direction? Do I feel even slightly that I matter? If the answer is yes, then you have found what you came for. Meaning in life is not a luxury, it is a human right. And we need every tool we can find, every practice, every tradition, every hand gesture to cultivate it. Yoga Mudra is not a magic, it's not a quick fix, it's not something like mysticism. It is a doorway, an ancient, beautiful, scientifically plausible doorway into coherence, into purpose, and into significance. Your hands are already with you. They have never let you. They have never left you. Now, let them lead to your own to find meaning in life. Thank you.